Primary 7, you have been doing a great job on algebra over last week and yesterday. We're going to do a slightly different topic for our maths for the next few days. We're going to be thinking about inequalities. Now, some of you might have come across this before, and I'm going to just share some really basic facts. We've got a nice active maths task today to do. So our learning intention is we are learning to interpret and share inequalities in a mathematically accurate way. You're going to be able to share what an equality is. You're going to use equality symbols to represent comparisons, and you're going to share your understanding of inequalities by completing some questions, and they will be more tomorrow's task. Okay, so just now, I'm going to come back to my main screen. Oh, here we are. Apologies, Primary 7, I was getting technical there. Okay, so inequalities are basically symbols. They're symbols that represent words, and I'm going to explain what they are just now. So, for example, one of these, some of you might have come across them. They are like, get this right, they're just a sideways V, and they show, I'll do this backwards, they show one side, which is greater than, and one side which is smaller than. So the wide end is where you have the greater than. So for example, we've got 100 is greater than 90, and that's what that way is saying. The open end represents the bigger number, the smaller end represents a smaller number. Okay, for example, we've got 21 is greater than 20, and that's all that symbol is saying, that inequality symbol, comparing those two sets of numbers, but instead of using words, it's using an inequality symbol. Okay, some more examples. So with this one actually means that it could be greater than, but it might be equal to. So what this means is we've got greater than or equal to, and that underline means or equal to. So here we've got our algebraic terms, which are 1000y is greater than or equal to 1000x. We don't know what the value is each. It might be equal, it might be greater than this side, but certainly x isn't greater than y. So here we've got our symbols for algebra with expressions. We've got x is greater than or equal to 10. That's all they mean. And this is what we're going to get used to today, just being able to use these inequality symbols. Now, also, you might, in the next few days, be thinking about this symbol. This is the equal sign. This is equality. This is the opposite of inequalities. So this is when we think one side is exactly balanced to the other side. So with our pink note paper, we've got 3 add 6 is equal to 8 add 1. We know that 8 add 1 must be 9, 3 add 6 must be 9, so they are equal. And here, thinking about what we were doing last week with algebra, we have x, which is equal to 10. We know that because the equal sign is telling us. It's not giving us an inequality where we think it's greater than or greater than. Okay? So we're going to be a bit creative with these today, Primary 7. And I would like you to not use numbers, but to use objects. So your task today will be to take 7 to 10 photographs of inequalities around your house. Okay, so for example, I have to be a bit careful with this. I'm not sure I can do this with 2 hands. I have this orange is greater than this orange because this one is bigger. Get my drift, Primary 7, okay? We've got this pen is greater than this pen. They're both pink, but they're definitely different in size. Okay, so you're going to go round your house. You're going to find 7 to 10 photographs comparing like objects, but different sizing. And you're going to share with me your understanding of the inequality sign. And that can be either